Hi, I'm Halif, and I'm half of the Round the World guys. Currently, I'm taking a break from a van life, leaving behind my partner Michael and our girl Kana back in the States.
Thank you.
Oh.
Next. Thank you.
I embarked for a journey across the globe all the way to here in Istanbul, Turkey. This is where we're gonna start our adventure this time. Hey, good morning guys. This is my first full day in Istanbul and I'm so excited to finally be able to walk around and explore what the city has to offer. And on this video, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion about my first impression of the city, the culture, the people, the food. So follow along with my journey as long as I don't get pickpocketed or hit by a car, tram, bus, ferry, and everything else around me. I'm gonna start off here with something that is super duper obvious. Istanbul has a very rich history and everything that you can see here are mostly historical, at least with my standard, because it has been a couple of hundreds of years of peace here in the city. Therefore, there wasn't any major disruption of wars and the majority of the buildings here were intact since the 1500s and older. And this is the Galata Tower. This is one of the most famous sites here in the city. So while crossing the road in Istanbul, you gotta be very careful because they also have crazy maniac drivers as well as a lot of light cars or trams, so you have to know where to look before a cross. And I find it a little bit challenging, especially if not used to, but I think I'm gonna manage here. It's exciting, it's just so bustling and hustling with life. Just a matter of keeping it right now for me. Fishing is definitely a thing here, although I'm not too confident to eat anything from this channel. But anyway, locals do fish here a lot. I don't blame them. If I do live here, I probably go to this place quite a bit too because this is absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at that. That's just beautiful. That's the type of fish that they got here. I wouldn't expect to have a lot of fish here, but they apparently do, and they all seem to be from one species only. I wonder how it tastes like. So old Istanbul is full of these streets, little streets with a lot of different markets everywhere, selling rugs to sweets to trinkets. I have no idea for most of the time what they sell, but it just tastes good, really appealing. They do have some samples if you do want to try them, but it is exciting to walk around here. First thing that you notice is that it kind of smells good a lot of times because they sell a lot of spices and snacks, but they also smell like cigarettes because a lot of people do smoke here. And this is also sort of true within this region. There's a lot of men who love to wear cologne pretty strongly, and they smell perfumey. How about that? My nostril just flaring up now.
Wake up, precious Christ,
Alright, thank you so much. Oh, it's not a super hot day, but I'm sweating like crazy. Therefore, I decided to get one of the juice that's available in every single corner here in Istanbul. This is the pomegranate juice, and it's locally called nar. It's only 60 liras. Very unusual for me because in the US, pomegranate is a very expensive fruit. And here it's just spendable to make a juice out of. Oh, it's nice, it's fresh, it's tart. Keep me going for the rest of the day. Glad to have this because I'm sure this is really good for you. Keeps me going through the aisle. So this is the official gate for the Grand Bazar. Holy moly, this is from 1461. And apparently they have a metal gate now to go in. This is my favorite part of the bazaar because they have a lot of food stalls here, and now it's lunchtime. It smells really good. Turkish food is one of the best cuisines in the world. The pandemic is officially over here in Turkey. There's barely anybody wearing masks, nor social distance, or any vaccination requirement test. Everything's just way in the past. Corona. What's Corona? Take it with a grain of salt because I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But however, I feel really safe here in the middle of the crowd. One kandi point. Okay, thank you. We are boarding our ferry ride to Kadıköy, which is on the Asian side of Istanbul. It's pretty glamorous. They even have a cafe here on. It's pretty much short ferry ride. So beautiful, look at that. Super hot, but this is essential Turkey. You just enjoy it on your ferry ride. The tea that cost me 5 liras came with 2 blocks of sugar, and the way you do it, it's not you drop it into the tea itself, but you put it in your mouth and then you sip your tea along with it. Oh, it dissolves. That way the sweetness is always in your mouth, and the tea served here is extremely hot. That's why they put a little dish underneath the teacup, because it is burning, scalding hot, which is what you want in a tea, right? Isn't this fantastic? Oh yeah, I'm loving it. Life is good here in Istanbul. So I literally sailing from Europe to Asia. Granted, it's only 15 minutes sailing, but still true. If you like facial hair on men, almost every adult Turkish male that I've seen so far always have some kind of full beard or scruff or anything in between. If that's your thing, you're gonna feel like you're in paradise here. What? Okay, that is super loud. He won't go anywhere anytime soon. I'm telling you that. Damn. Hey, good morning, guys. My favorite thing ever while traveling is to walk around in the morning. This is when you can watch locals setting up their shops and chairs, tables. It's just a great feeling to be exploring the city, minus a tourist. Well, +1, but I'm the only tourist. Expect to run into a lot of Islamic related culture, inscriptions, mosque. Turkey is a secular country, meaning the country and religion are completely different entities. However, people are still practicing Islam here. And as a result, you can see majestic mosque everywhere you go in the city. Even though the majority of people here are in Muslim faith, there are also Turks Orthodox Christianity, and you can find a lot of their churches here all around, and their churches also as majestic as the mosque here. In old Istanbul, there's not many places where you can park, obviously. So I've been in a maze watching people to park here in the city, and they managed not to hit anything. Imagine if I have to park the van here. Woo, it's not gonna be a fun experience. Speaking of smell, the most distinctive smell in this region is spices, and that's why we're heading up here to the spice market of Istanbul. And they have a metal detector too. Good morning. Thank you. So officially this market is called the Misir Karsisi, which is Egyptian market. And in Indonesian, Egypt is Mesir, which is kind of cool to see how languages are relevant to each other. And I can't believe this building's been operating since the 1600s. So that's what, 17th century, and it is still bustling with a lot of people. You probably can smell it through by watching this video. It just smells very, very good. Michael and I both really big into spices. I wish he was here because he would just go crazy exploring all of these options for spices. They also sell a lot of baklava, all the dessert, as well as Turkish delights. A lot of tea as well. Beautiful. Honestly, if you don't like spices, at least you can come here to appreciate the architecture. You can just look up. There's a lot of ornamental domes, gateways, and alleys. I love Istanbul. I really do. Good. Hey! A lot of vampires here or something. Obviously, some of the most touristy spots here in Istanbul are super popular. Expect to find lines everywhere. If you do need to come in, which I highly recommend, come in the morning when they first open, start lining up, go to a different location every day when they open up. Otherwise, you're gonna wait in lines for a long time. I love to be back here again. This is one of my favorite spots here in the city, just right in between Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque. That's Hagia Sophia. That is the Hagia Sophia. And this side is the Blue Mosque. Generally speaking, I never feel unsafe walking around in the city, especially here in the city center where it's very touristy. There are a lot of tourist police. Just watch for your pockets because that could be still pickpocketers, which is also true in any of the major cities in the world. Almost got hit by the tourist police. Finally, the sun is out, so we are continuing with our journey. See the line behind me? That's where the line is for the Hagia Sophia, and that's kind of literally thousands of people coming in. Okay, spoiler alert, it was built as a church and turned into the mosque and turned into the museum and now back to mosque. So that's just to show you how incredible the history of Hagia Sophia is. And speaking of being crowded, I experienced it firsthand inside the Blue Mosque. So they have a big renovation here inside the Blue Mosque. There's a lot of scaffoldings everywhere. It is different than what we previously experienced a couple years ago when last time we entered the mosque. It is a very touristic. I just feel like people are everywhere now. It's like Disneyland. The worst thing about the Blue Mosque is that trying to get out, because somehow getting in is much easier than getting out, especially when everybody's trying to get out at the same time because we got kicked out from the mosque. Look at that. Look at all the ceiling.
Shoes on side. Shoes on side.
Everybody's trying to put shoes on as soon as you cross the threshold to get out the mosque. I don't even have my shoes on. There you go. Definitely wouldn't recommend it if you're in Istanbul, not until the renovation's done at least. She's an old lady and she really needs a good clean bath. What's your name?
Furkan.
Furkan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Take care. Cute. One thing that I have to mention about the Turkish people is that they are extremely friendly and welcoming. Even here in Istanbul, everybody have like a big smile, and if they are seeing the camera, they would wave. They are very nice and sweet, friendly people.
Hey. Hello, my friend. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
What do you call this in Turkish?
Nazar boncuk.
Nazar boncuk?
Yes. Normal English name, evil eyes.
This is Muhammad's store and it is full with the evil eyes. He explained me what that means of the evil eye, basically try to protect your area. Unfortunately, Muhammad doesn't have bracelet for men, otherwise I would buy a few, but this is extremely beautiful. So if you're in Istanbul, go find Muhammad's store. It's a lot of different cool stuff. Okay, Muhammad, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Shukran, thank you. God, this is incredible, guys. So beautiful. Istanbul is officially one of my favorite cities on the planet, and I'm so happy that I had the opportunity to share some of the things that I love about the city with you. So if you like this video, let me see your thumbs up, and if you like to follow along with my journey all around Turkey and beyond, hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching, guys. God, it is so beautiful. Honestly,
Çekme hiç. Çekme. Yasak, yasak.
rude.
Hey, oh.